Welcome back to the Crypto Gorilla YouTube channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at what's been going on in the market. If you enjoy this kind of content, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? And as usual, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. So we're about to close the month of January, which was a great month for both crypto and NFTs. If we take a look on Dune Analytics, you could see that all 4 weeks of January, we broke 200 million in trading volume. Now, part of this is obviously due to ETH going all the way up to 1600. However, we did see a ton of mints perform really well. So I'm glad to see this kind of movement in NFTs. Now, which way is the market going to go from here? I have absolutely no idea. I do think a lot of people are fearful with the upcoming FOMC meetings, and they're unsure if the Fed is about to nuke the market or not. If you take a look at the schedule, you can see that they have meetings on both the 31st of January and the 1st of February. However, I believe the rate hike announcement is only going to be on February 1st. Now, most are expecting it to go up by 25 basis points, which is 0.25%. So if that is what they announce, it's already priced in. I don't think it's going to cause any crazy pumps or dumps. However, if Jerome comes out and has a very negative stance and says we're going to have to keep raising rates, we can't stop it anytime soon, then I personally would expect a dump in the markets. And not only crypto, I'm also talking about the stock market. Now, I know many of you don't care about these meetings or you don't want to have to pay attention to them, but if you're trading crypto, if you have money in crypto or in NFTs that's on the line, I do think it is important for you to at least know what is going on at a very basic level, as well as know the upcoming dates, because the markets, especially the crypto markets, tend to be very volatile a few days after these meetings. Moving on to NFTs, my feed for the past few weeks has been nothing but art, and I love art, but lately it's been nothing but open editions. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm personally growing really tired and I cannot wait for this meta to end. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of opportunities to make money, but it seems like a few artists released open editions and they made more money in one mint than they did in their entire career combined. And every artist saw this and they just started pumping out content. They went from making a piece or a few pieces every few weeks to just dropping as many pieces as they could and doing open editions combined with burns, and then these weird burn mechanics. Everybody's copying each other. There's really no innovation. People are just trying to make a bag and make as much money as they can before the meta dies. And the beauty here is there's no roadmap to any of this stuff. It's literally just art. So even if it goes to zero, the artist can just walk away and say, hey, you were collecting my art. What do you want me to do? Now, while I'm very happy for all these artists who are making money, I'm worried that some of them might be burning their reputations in the long run for a short-term bag. A lot of these artists, especially the smaller ones that were seeing a lot of growth as they were getting a ton of support from big names in the space, they went from having like a dozen or maybe 100 holders to now having thousands of holders of their pieces. And while this is great for their growth, it's great for their name, a lot of the people who were buying these NFTs, they're just flippers. They're not there for the art. They're there to make money. So when the floor price goes under what they were charged for that NFT, there's going to be a lot of people who are angry with you. And anytime you tweet a new piece of art, they're just going to be like, hey, when are you bringing value back to this open edition that you did, even though you never said you were going to bring value back to it, right? It's just art. I always see the replies on these artist tweets like, I can't wait to have one of your pieces in my wallet. And while this is true, a ton of people might be really excited to collect one of their pieces. It would really shock me if all of a sudden everybody has thousands of dollars to park into digital art for months and not see a return on that. But like I said, there are plenty of opportunities to make money with open editions. Some of the best ones that we saw were the checks, as well as proceed with caution. Now, one of the drops that I actually went and bought on secondary, I didn't mint this one, unfortunately. It was a free mint. I bought it for over 0.2. I bought 4 of them, was the Ikehaya Pass. Now, originally this was an open mint. There was a 14-hour time limit. And then when it reached 6,000 supply, he just cut it off. He started a space saying that this is going to be a form of art pass, and the price of the NFT just started to skyrocket. Now, if we take a look at this tweet, you can see that he will be partnering with different creators and allowing you to burn the NFT in order to redeem a different piece of art. The first of which is going to be Rai2, the founder of Mafia Animals, who also has his own Soldiers Mint coming up in 58 days. And if you want to find out how you could get whitelisted for that project, I'm going to link a video above where I spoke about the different methods of getting whitelist. But he says here the goal is to burn the supply. He wants to burn it down to zero, making these deflationary. So technically the price should go up the less that there are of these. I'm not saying it will go up, buy at your own risk, but I don't think this is a bad piece to hold in your wallet if you intend on holding it, just to show them that you're gachiho, which is their form of diamond hand, because they really look for diamond handers. holders. Now, Ikehaya has also been promoting other projects on his Twitter. These are all free mints, and pretty much anything he tweets about just blows up in price. He tends to do these crazy sweeps and the NFTs just go up in price. So I would definitely recommend following his Twitter account. But the two he has tweeted about, which are free mints, are Pen Pens and Kiyoshi Seeds. And I'm going to link pre-mints for these down below where you can currently try to get whitelist. Now, although the Ikehaya Pass is a form of art pass, it is different than most art passes that we see since they have a burn mechanic. The most successful art pass that we've seen lately is, of course, the memes by Punk6529. Now, if you don't know about this collection, Punk6529 partners with various artists to create their very own meme card, and then by holding them you increase your odds of getting whitelisted on the future drops. And if you hold all of them, you pretty much guarantee yourself whitelist for every single drop that comes out. And some of these, or every single one of them, performs well. The mint prices are very low at 0.06529, and you can see there is not a single one in the collection that is below the mint price. And some of them, like this collab with Xcopy, did more than a 100x return, hitting a high of above 8 Ethereum. So the whole collect one to get the future one, it's a great Ponzi, and I don't say Ponzi in a bad way. We like our Ponzi's here in crypto because it makes the floor go up, but I do feel like I missed the boat on this one. There are so many cards to collect that if I wanted to guarantee myself whitelist, I would have to spend a lot of ETH, and that's despite a recent dip in the price due to the fact that he took 3 snapshots in one shot instead of spreading them out over time. So people did dump the cards, but I do expect these to continue doing well, unless, as I always say, unless the market nukes or anything. But where I'm turning my attention to is another collection that sounds very similar, which are the memes de Medici. Now, we're still not sure how these are going to work, if it's going to be the same collect to get the future whitelist rewards. However, he did call it the memes, so I'm assuming that they are going to function similar to the memes by 6529. Now, these were supposed to drop on February 1st. However, in this tweet, they have delayed it. They say it's going to be a bigger announcement, so hopefully the delay was worth it. But Cosimo is very well respected in the art space. A ton of artists follow him. He talks to them all the time, so I'm expecting some really big name collabs to happen. And what I love about this is I'm not late to the party, so I can hopefully start collecting from the beginning. As for blue chip projects already on the market, a lot of them are going down in price. One that is getting hit by some FUD is going to be Doodles, and this is around the announcement of Doodles 2 being on the Flow blockchain. And a lot of Doodles Genesis holders are complaining that Doodles 2 isn't bringing value back to the original Doodles collection. Now, one could argue that Doodles are still, 60x above the original mint price, and that they got the duplicators, they got the box, so there was already a ton of value added back to them. And this is a move to expand the ecosystem, to expand the audience and bring it to a lot more people. I do think people tend to compare any blue chip or any collection to the Holy Grail, which is Bored Apes by Yuga Labs, because they do an amazing job at bringing back value to the original collection. If you think of everything they've done, they had the mutants, which was a reward for the Bored Ape holders. They had other deeds, which anybody could get into, but the Bored Apes got the best land. They recently had their sewer pass, which you got to mint for absolutely free. And of course, they had the ape coin, where they gave out tens of thousands, and some people even got hundreds of thousands of dollars for absolutely free. Now, going back to Doodles, I understand where they're coming from, because these are similar feelings that I feel with Artifact, where they were pretty much letting the public enter all of the raffles, and there was no exclusivity for the CloneX holders. Now, speaking of Artifact, they recently had the pod burn quest, and it does seem like you will be able to burn your pod to redeem a spaceship. Now, in this clip on the computer screen, we do get a glimpse of what these ships are going to look like, which was actually featured in this image that they tweeted a week ago in the top right corner. And in that same image, we also saw this pet, which is from the Animus project, which looks a lot like one of the evolutions of Eevee in Pokemon. And looking all the way back to this banner from the original Animus tweet, you could see that there's a ton of these creatures and they all look like Pokemon. So I'm expecting more lore to just keep rolling out. It does seem like they got their focus back, and they will be trying to deliver on the whole Animus project. So I personally have not given up yet on Artifact. I have high hopes that they will be able to deliver something really cool for their holders. As for upcoming projects, I know my Tuesday videos, I usually have a list of upcoming projects. Other than the few that I spoke about in this video, there really isn't that much that has popped up on my radar that I'm allowed to talk about. There's definitely projects that I'm talking to teams about, but they haven't started their marketing, so I'm not allowed to talk about it. Right now, I'm pretty much just watching watching the market. I'm watching crypto. I'm making sure it's not about to fall off a cliff. And I'm also looking into a ton of gaming mints, especially the free gaming mints, as they tend to perform really well. But if I had to make a short list, I'm sure I'm going to forget some of projects that I'm looking at. It would have to be, and in no particular order. First, we have Magic Batch, which I'm looking for the exposure to Polygon, both the investment opportunities and the networking benefits. Then we have the Mooncourt project out of Kicks, although this one is probably not going to be launching until March. Obviously, I'm looking forward to Momoguro. I think a lot of people are expecting this one to perform very well due to the connection to Disney, to Pixar, to DreamWorks, and all the big names that are involved in this project. Now, I will say it is really difficult to get a collab going with them. Most people are just getting application codes, which there are currently some Discords which you can enter raffles, and these are free Discords. I'm going to link some down below in the description. Now, normally it does frustrate me when it's really hard to get collabs with projects, but I will say for Momoguro, it is bullish that they're doing this. I like that they're not just handing out, hundreds of spots, over allocating. They're being very particular. They're making it hard to get whitelist, which was a tactic that Azuki used. So seeing this actually makes me more bullish than bearish. After that, we have the PFP project out of Animoca Brands, which is Mochaverse. And jumping into the gaming side of things, like I said, I'm looking for free gaming NFTs. Of course, we have Lost Realms, which was announced a very long time ago. I don't like when projects, they delay so long and they make you do all this stuff in their Discord. They have the Relics channel where they're just making you enter a secret password. But I do feel that a lot of people are still very bullish on this project. They have a ton of games in their pipeline, so it's not just going to be a one and done type of thing. They're trying to build a gaming studio. We also have the Dimensionals mint by Mino Games, which is a VC-backed, free and small supply mint. To me, it is a no-brainer to try to get this one. I think your best bets right now are joining their AMA, as in their last AMA, they gave away codes which you can use to enter in a Google form and try to get into their Discord early. And finally, I don't know if this one's going to be a free mint. I don't even know if they're going to have a mint at all, but I've been talking about it for so long. I really hope they do. It's going to be Oh Baby Games, who not only have they just announced that they raised funds, they've also opened up applications to become an alpha tester. So hopefully if you get approved to be an alpha tester and you actually play and provide them feedback and help out with the project, hopefully the reward is a whitelist to a mint if they have a mint. I don't know if they're gonna have a mint. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching the Crypto Gorilla. Peace.